When we think of the winter months and the cold weather, we are probably going to have fires in our homes. And that is why I thought today would be the best day to bring in every person I know that has anything to do with fire departments. And so I started with my good friend, James LeBlanc, James E. LeBlanc, because I said, James, there's some serious things that we need to talk about. And so here we are.
Yeah, what a blessing it is today to have our state fire marshal in Ascension Parish, Chief Bryan Adams, and also the fire chief of the Gonzales community, Tracey Norman, to kick off what we consider very, very serious in the state of Louisiana, which is the Save a Life smoke detector program. It's amazing how many fires have already occurred in 2025. It's amazing how many deaths have already occurred. And that's why we felt it was very important today to have our state fire marshal and our City of Gonzales fire chief on the set to really hit home about how important this is.
I mean, we are just in the beginning of 2025, and we've already had a significant number of deaths.
Yes, ma'am, we have. State fire marshal, if you want to kind of hit on that, where we at on deaths and where we at on fires, just in the first 2 weeks of 2025.
Yeah, so unfortunately, in the first 7 days of the year, we had 11 fatalities.
I cannot believe
related
that.
to fires. So in 2024, it was actually the 11th of January before we had our first. So we started off the year with a significant amount of fatalities in Louisiana, which is very, very unfortunate.
And you told me that the most significant thing about that is that none of those people had working smoke detectors in their homes.
Yeah, so there were 8 fires with 11 fatalities, and not one of the homes can we, without a doubt, identify that there was a working smoke alarm in the home. So it's truly unfortunate. We have such a great program, as James said, with Operation Save a Life, where the Fire Marshal's Office has, for the past 12 years, had an opportunity to get federal funds to buy smoke alarms that we give out to our local fire service partners that will go and give a free smoke alarm and install it in your house for you. So over the 12 years, we've installed like 120,000 smoke alarms in homes across Louisiana.
Oh, my word.
It's been huge, huge, but still, 65% of the homes in Louisiana still do not have a working smoke alarm.
And those that have smoke alarms need to know that how often do we need to change those batteries?
Yeah, monthly you should go hit that test button just to make sure it's working. Like once a month, just go hit the button. So the alarms now have a battery in them that has a 10-year lifespan in them, so you don't need to go change the batteries. We used to remind you to change those batteries. So now you don't need to change those batteries. So we just put this up, and 10 years from now, you'll just get another alarm. Recently, fortunately for Louisiana, the Lowe's Home Improvement Store in Slidell donated 34,000 smoke alarms to us. It was the single largest donation we've received of smoke alarms in the history of the program. That was done with Lowe's and First Alert, who actually makes the alarms that we have right here for you. And with that, we want to get out and push it home, right? Just let's get out there, let's get our fire service partners, let's get them the alarms that they need, and go get them into the communities and put them where they belong.
And Chief Norman, are we seeing some fatalities in the Gonzales area, or how successful are we at putting these up in our area?
So fortunately in the Gonzales area, we don't have any fatalities, fire fatalities, but we have been participating in the program for the last 12 years. You can call your local fire station and they will come out. They'll send a fire truck out, or they'll send some personnel out, and they will install smoke detectors in your home for free. We've been doing this, like I said, for 12 years since the program was initiated. It is extremely important, especially now with the colder weather. We have another colder blast coming, so people are, they use their heaters, they use their space heaters. It's very important to keep flammable combustible materials away from those space heaters. It's important to turn those heaters off when you leave your home. It's also very important, our marshal said, check them. Yes, they have a 10-year lifespan on the battery, but checking the smoke detector is key in that.
And that's very important. Very important
Yes.
thing to do.
Yeah, it's like the fire marshal said, Pam, how in the world can we already have 11 deaths in the state of Louisiana in 2025, and we're only in the first month? And like the state fire marshal said, and Chief Norman said, it's like this program has been going on for 12 years. And how are we still having homes in the state of Louisiana that are not equipped with smoke detectors?
And you have done a number of things here in our studios to talk about fire safety.
Right.
And your smoke alarm, smoke detectors,
Space heaters.
space heater
Yes.
safety, all of those things. But still, it's very important to be on the forefront of our mind, especially in this time. And are there any tips or things that can help us? I know in the summer months we want to be cognizant of our senior citizen friends and make sure that they have, they might not have air conditioners in their rooms, in their homes. And so we have to be aware of them. And so is there any fire safety tips relative to any particular part of the population that seems to be more prevalent to having, more susceptible to these types of incidents?
Look, for me, in opportunities like this, and we can't thank you enough for doing this, getting the message out, right? People are not aware. So the more we get out into these opportunities where we can speak about it, this is the first line of defense to save your life in your home. It's going to get you out before anything else does. It's going to alert you in the middle of the night when something happens, and it's going to get you out and get an opportunity to get your family out. So this is it right here. This is what we do.
And Tracey, I want to bring up another thing with you. I can't get you out of here before talking a little bit about your bigger role in bringing the state conference here. Now, you have a bigger title. So you are actually the president of the Louisiana Fire Chiefs Association,
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I am the president, and 2024 is my term. We will be doing our conference in Gonzales and at Lamar Dixon. Our opening ceremonies and some of our classes will be done at the Pace Center and the Price LeBlanc Pace Center, and our host hotel near the Clarion. So we'll have fire chiefs from all over the state. We'll have dignitaries as our state fire marshal. We were working on a special guest presenter, but this year is going to be a little bit different than past years. So in Ascension Parish, as James says, we are blessed. We are blessed with having a rich industry influence. So we have a care organization. We are partnering up with the care organization, and when we do our vendor show, so a lot of our vendors also cater to industry. So we want to have a bigger influx of the industry and municipal side of our business. So April 28th through May 2nd will be our conference. So if anybody wants to come out, we'll put the information out when we're having our big vendor show at the Rev Center at Lamar Dixon, and it's going to be a great program.
And just for people to know, when you say CARE as an acronym, James.
Yeah, so CARE is the, so as many people know, there's 33 chemical plants in Ascension Parish. Very, very blessed to have those. And all those chemical plants belong to an organization called CARE. Community Area Emergency Response is what it stands for. We meet every single month, and every month the state fire marshal makes the meeting. All the state police, everybody else that's affiliated with emergency response, our sheriff's office hazmat team, all these organizations get together every month to make sure we're fully aware of our emergency response needs here in Ascension Parish. Cannot be more thankful for the amount of growth and the amount of industry facilities we have here, and that's one of the, like Chief Norman said, that's one of the richest cultures here in Ascension is our industrial corridor.
And gentlemen, it's rare. I really am very thankful to have all three of you on the set at the same time. And this is a very rare occurrence that I would have such an opportunity, and certainly to have you here is even more rare. So is there anything else that you think that we need to know or be cognizant of here in the greater Ascension area?
Get these smoke alarms.
Get them. And I can't believe, if you don't know, they're free. All you have to do is call your
call your local fire department.
And they'll come out there to your house free of charge. That's what we said, free of charge. They will come out to you and they will install the whole thing. And you'll get to see your local fire department.
Yep.
In and out of your house in less than 5 minutes. And it's a blessing. And we'll end the conversation by talking about it's cold. So we really, really need to be, we need to understand how dangerous these space heaters are. So do it. If you got to use a space heater to keep your house warm, do everything you possibly can to keep combustibles at least 5 to 6 feet away from them.
And
And as you said, Pam, during the summer months, our elderly, we especially need to check on them in the winter months. You know, our elderly are prone to cold injuries. So, you know, check on your friends, check on your pets, check on your elderly friends.
gentlemen, I want to thank you for your commitment to serving the people in our community across the state. And even in times like this, where I know a lot of our firefighters are deployed to places like California and other areas. And I want to thank you all for your commitment to helping people across the country, quite honestly. So
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Very much.
Appreciate you having us today.
Absolutely. All right, and we'll be back with more after this.